Kuemper in his career since leaving Minnesota, 0-3-1 with an 88.9 save percentage back here in what was once his home building. We're underway. No, plays it ahead for the Kings. Moore shorthanded. Moore fires. Saved by Wallstedt. Hinostroza back for Minnesota. 22 left in the power play as Hinostroza fights past Edmondson in the corner. Rossi there. Out to the line for Spurgeon. Spurgeon looks into the slot. Johansson shot block. Spurgeon got it back. He fires. Scores!
Spurgeon gets a chance. It gets a good look. It gets fired right back to him off the original block shot. It kind of turns into a little bit of a seeing eye puck, but you look at it, Hinostroza in front of the net. May not be the biggest frame on the Wild, but just taking away a little bit of that release. As a goalie, if you can't see the puck come off your stick, it's a very low percentage of making the save on that initial shot.
Now down to Buium in the circle. To Kaprizov. Kaprizov circles back to the slot. Looking, fires, scores!
Well, you see again how effective it is to have the goalie's eyes taken away. You watch Eriksson act in front, and Kaprizov's so good at this. He just drifts up into the high slot, finds a soft area where he can get rid of that shot. Darcy Kuemper's got no chance because he's got 14 standing right in front of his eyes. Never sees the release. All 97 needs to do is hit a spot, hits the top right corner. No chance for a Kings goaltender. Hasn't seen both pucks at him.
7 power play goals already this year for Minnesota. Kaprizov for Eriksson Ek. He's able to hold the line. Tarasenko goes cross ice with it. Boldy moves down low. Boldy walks out front. He scores!
Have all-world skill like that. Sometimes you don't need guys in front of the net, and you saw the skill. Boldy goes under Dumoulin's triangle, finds a hole off the post. You get Kuemper just leaning off, thinking maybe he's going to pass it to the front, but guess what? He's going to squeeze it through, and these guys are so good now at finding those little holes, and as a goalie, you go down low and you get into that.
Foligno in the corner for Minnesota. 5-on-5 after the Wild cash in twice on the man advantage. Bouncing puck. They score! No, it's waved off. Hartman scores for Minnesota, but it's immediately waved off. There was a lot of commotion in the crease. The officials will discuss, but Hartman clearly pushed the puck into the net. Let's wait for the explanation after the officials confer.
Minnesota, number 38, makes incidental contact with the goaltender in the crease, not allowing him to play his position. This is goaltender interference. No goal.
What an incredible start for the Minnesota power play this season. Here's a redirect and a big stop by Wallstedt.
Favor, and just for the bench to see how comfortable Wallstedt looks. Calm, clean. It's a clean crease. He's square to it. Puck hits him in the chest. It's not an easy play. Your own guy.
Into the circle, a shot blocked by Bogosian. Danault plays catch with Clark into the middle. Armia and a pad stop by Wallstedt. Into the corner. Malott played it to the line. It's loose out front, and a save by Wallstedt. Middleton couldn't get it by Clark. A centering pass. Fiala denied by Wallstedt. Rebound, they score. Fiala on the second attempt, able to sneak it by Wallstedt, and the Kings are on the board 4 minutes into the third.
Period. You saw the Kings were coming out and they were just throwing pucks to the net. Fiala, you know, he gets a chance in a high danger area. He has the ability to score, but to follow that up, he knows exactly what he's doing. There's that little gap when a goalie goes to seal the post before Jesper gets back to that post. There's just a little hole until it's sealed. He knows exactly where he's throwing that. You go to a lot of NHL practices. These players do this all the time.
Kempe centers. Wanted a tip by Kuzmenko. He was tied up. Kopitar holds at the line. Kempe into the slot. Byfield scores. And the power play goal has Los Angeles within one.
You couldn't tell if Kempe wanted to shoot that puck. He came in and just giving up a goal on that angle. You got to, as a goalie, you got to stay honest to that shooter. And he's a guy from that area that's lethal, who scores a lot of goals in this league. He's coming in. He's making it look like he wants to shoot. He's deceptive. He's deceptive the whole.
Rossi plays it back to the far wall. Faber with it. Faber to Brodin. A long shot. Hits some traffic in front. Rossi settles it down. A shot. Kaprizov. Then Boldy. Kemper on his back, and the puck caught iron. Brodin fires, and a save by Kemper. Boldy to Buyum. To Tarasenko. Back for Buyum. Long shot. Got through. Pad save. Eriksson Ek on the rebound.
Been a few punches and receiving a few to the face, and that's the price you pay, though, getting to that area.
To Kopitar. Out to the line, Doughty. Back to Kopitar. Into the corner, Fiala. Kopitar. Doughty hammers one on goal. Save Wallstedt. Rebound, they score. Kempe came up with a loose puck. And the Kings, with the extra attacker goal, have tied it in the final minute.
Gets up top with the Wild trying to do it all night. Get up to top, pound the puck. Looks like it hits the backside of Faber. Ends up right on the tape of Kempe. Wallstedt, no chance. Can't find the puck after it hits bodies in front. And it's...
Here comes Kaprizov. Saved by Kemper. Kempe in, and a save by Wallstedt.
And a little fist bump. I love it. He's feeling it.
Boldy works against Kemper. And a pad save by Kemper.
Move and just beat him along his heel of his stick. And as a lefty, you see a lot of lefties try to do that. Kemper beats him to the ice and makes the save.
Moore comes in with some speed against Wallstedt, and a save by Wallstedt.
Wallstedt again, just confident, calm. Not sure where it ends up, but keeps it out of the crease, gets lost in his feet.
Here comes Fiala for Los Angeles. And a save by Wallstedt as he went back to the backhand.
Great job staying with Fiala the whole way. He's got, makes 5 or 6 quick moves in tight. Gets a good push.
Looking to give Minnesota the lead. He scores!
Might have been watch high glove on they get an iPad, a chance to look at breakaways that Kemper's given up and shootouts. And
Wallstedt can win it with a save against Kuzmenko. Save by Wallstedt, and a